So a man named Solomon Buchi, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, made a post about how he loves his wife in spite of her not being the most beautiful woman or the most intelligent. And he was making the point that we choose to love people in spite of various factors. And it just felt very odd. I mean, this is going to be really short and sweet. I literally just pulled out my phone before I'm about to go into a session. I did a quick reading of this Solomon Buchi story. I'd never heard of him before. Don't know if I should have or not. Don't much care. But I really don't have much to say. So it's going to be the shortest video ever. Except that why did that need to publicly be stated? And the answer is it didn't need to be. But this is one of those many examples of people confusing a social media platform or the internet for their personal journal or diary. That right there, what he wrote, that's a great journaling exercise. A journaling prompt, such as, how do you really feel about your wife? Or how do you feel about your choice of partner? It sounded like he had some stuff to get off his chest about his decisions in the partner he chose in his life, and clearly, had some late night, middle of the night musings about about his attractiveness level to his wife and his feelings for her and his love for her, and decided to let the world know. And I guess he markets himself as a life coach. And so I guess, he felt this was part of getting his word and his message out there for what he maybe coaches people on. And it's just unfortunate because it's public embarrassment for her. And I don't know. I don't claim to know what went on for them before he posted this. I don't know if she knew exactly what he was posting and she gave him the okay. I don't know the dynamics of their relationship or any of that, but it still very much gives it's cringy for people to read this because it's so unnecessary to state. There are definitely things about our intentions that don't need to be publicly stated. At the most, it would be a conversation between he and his wife as to how he feels about her, what he thinks about her physically, how much he loves her in spite of her not being the most beautiful woman, this, that, and the third. Because to be clear, this is not about, well, at least from my perspective, this is not about the fact that she should be the most beautiful woman to him. I saw some comments that said, like, your wife should be the most beautiful person in your eyes. I mean, we're using this word beautiful very vaguely because there is physical beauty, there is intellectual beauty, there is emotional beauty. Beautiful, as they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what I'm saying is I don't necessarily agree that your partner has to be the most physically beautiful or attractive person to you. There's no rule on that. People choose the people they choose for various reasons, and they choose to make compromises and sacrifices in various areas for their own reasons. So nobody should think that their partner is the most beautiful or anything like that. It's not about that, as far as I'm concerned. It's about not saying things that don't need to be said that can very much make people uncomfortable, because he could have very easily expressed this in a, we're not all perfect, but I love you regardless because of X, Y, and Z type of way. Like, that's nothing new. And again, likely didn't need to be said, but I would get it if he's putting it out there for the people he works with, as one of his philosophies. But the extent and the detail that he went into with her looks and her intelligence and all of these things was like a backhanded compliment, but to me felt ultimately self-congratulatory to himself, that like, I am someone who has, been able or who has decided to love someone in spite of them not being the most attractive or the most intelligent, etc., etc., etc. It just felt very self-congratulatory, publicly embarrassing, and cringy.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click the link to join my email list. See you soon.
I got nothing. I got nothing.